My son James was my everything. My only child after his father passed away when James was just 10. I raised him alone, pouring every ounce of myself into making sure he had the best private schools, summer camps, a college degree in business. James was my boy through and through, always calling me for advice, always putting me first. Until Rossi came along. I remember the day he brought her home like it was yesterday. It was a sunny afternoon. James was beaming, his arm around this ugly woman. "Mom, this is Rossi. We've been dating for a few months now." I forced a smile, but inside my stomach churned. Rossi was from Romania. She grew up in a rundown apartment complex, her family scraping by on minimum wage jobs. I could see it in her eyes, that calculating glint. She wasn't good enough for my James. He deserved someone from our world, someone with class, education, ambition. But James was smitten, and no matter how many times I hinted that she might be after his inheritance, the house, the savings I'd built up, he brushed it off. "Oh, she's genuine, Mom," he'd say, hugging me. "You just need to get to know her." We argued about it endlessly. "James, honey, think about your future," I'd plead over dinner. "She's not like us. What if she's just using you?" But he married her anyway, in a small ceremony at the courthouse because they couldn't afford anything fancy. I refused to attend. It broke my heart, but I had to stand my ground. After that, things changed. James stopped calling as often. And when he did, it was all about Rossi, how she was taking classes to become a nurse, how they were saving for a house. I felt like I was losing him, piece by piece. I'd visit unannounced, pointing out how the apartment was messy, or how Rossi didn't cook like I did. "See, son, a real wife would have this place spotless," I'd say. Rossi tried to be polite at first, but eventually she snapped. "Mrs. Hargrove, with all due respect, this is our home. If you can't be supportive, maybe you shouldn't come over," she told me one evening, her voice steady but edged with frustration. James sided with her. "Mom, you need to back off," he said, his eyes avoiding mine. That was the beginning of the distance. They moved to a small house in the suburbs, and my visits became rare. I was left alone in my big, empty house. How dare she take my boy from me? She was a gold digger, plain and simple. I knew it in my bones. Years passed. 5, to be exact. James built a decent career in real estate, and Rossi got her nursing degree. But cracks appeared. I heard through mutual friends that they were arguing about kids, money, everything. Then the call came. It was James, his voice cracking. "Mom, Rossi and I are getting divorced. It's over." My heart leaped with joy, but I played it cool. "Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Do you need me to come over?" "Yes, please," he whispered. I packed my bags that night and drove to his place. I cooked his favorite meals, listened to him vent about how Rossi had changed, how the spark was gone. But then I saw it. Even after the papers were signed, Rossi still came around. She'd drop off forgotten items or check on the dog they shared custody of. They'd laugh in the kitchen like old friends, no bitterness. It infuriated me. "Why is she still here?" I asked James one night. "The divorce is final. Cut ties." "We're trying to stay amicable, Mom. It's not her fault entirely." Amicable? She was worming her way back in. I was sure of it. I couldn't let her win. And that's when the plan hit me. Late one night, as I scrolled through my phone, seeing ads for services disguised as companionship. I needed someone to make James forget Rossi once and for all. Then I'd orchestrate a scene where Rossi walked in on them, maybe in the act, or at least with photos as proof. She'd be humiliated, gone for good. I found Julia online through a discreet site. She was in her late 20s and stunning. We met at a coffee shop in Buckhead. She was even more stunning and elegant in person. I need you to charm my son, I explained, sliding an envelope with cash across the table. Make him fall for you, temporarily. I'll pay you $5,000 up front, 5 more when it's done. Her eyes lit up. What's the catch? She asked, sipping her latte. He's hung up on his ex. I want her out of the picture. Seduce him. Get intimate if you can. I'll handle the rest. Julia nodded. No questions asked. Deal. I introduced her to James a week later. This is Julia, my friend Martha's daughter. She's single, just moved back to town. Thought you two might hit it off as friends. James was polite, chatting about work and hobbies. But I could see he wasn't biting. Julia tried. Flirty touches, lingering glances. She texted me updates. He's friendly, but no spark yet. I urged her on, paying extra for her efforts. Keep trying, I'd say. You're gorgeous. He'll come around. Meanwhile, I reached out to Rossi. I'd like to mend fences, I told her over the phone. Come over for dinner this Friday. James will be here too. Let's put the past behind us. She hesitated, but agreed. Okay, Mrs. Hargrove. For James's sake. Friday arrived. I had Julia over early, instructing her to wait in James's bedroom. When I signal, make your move, I whispered. James got home from work, tired, but unsuspecting. I poured him a drink to loosen him up. Relax, son. Julia's stopping by later. Thought we could all hang out. Rossi showed up at 7. We sat in the living room, awkward small talk flowing. So, how's nursing going? I asked, forcing a smile. It's busy, but rewarding. Helping people heal. It's what I always wanted. James joined us, and I saw the way he looked at her. Lingering, regretful. My blood boiled. Excusing myself, I texted Julia. Now. Then I called out, James, can you check on something in your room? He went in, and I led Rossi toward the hallway. Well, let me show you the new curtains I hung, I said innocently. Peeking through the cracked door, I watched. Come on, James. It's been weeks. I know you want me. Let me take care of you. James froze, his face flushing. What the hell, Julia? He stammered, looking away, tears welling in his eyes. I can't do this. I still love Rossi. This is wrong. He stormed out, slamming the door. Rossi and I stood there, shocked. She had seen it all through the opening I'd left. What was that? She gasped. James wiped his eyes. Mom, you set this up, didn't you? Julia's not Martha's daughter. This is insane. And before I could deny it, screams erupted from the bedroom. We rushed in. Julia was furious, yelling at me. You crazy old b****. He rejected me flat out. I've been trying for weeks and nothing. You promised this would work. You worthless trash. I paid you a fortune. You couldn't even seduce a heartbroken man? She lunged, but I slapped her first, hard, across the face. Get out, now! Julia's eyes blazed. She grabbed the table lamp, swinging it like a bat. It cracked against my shoulder, pain exploding. You think you can treat me like you nutcase? I screamed, falling back. Rossi rushed forward to help me. Stop! Julia, stop! But James held her back. Let him fight it out. Mom deserves this. She's been manipulating everything. Rossi looked at him, horrified. James, she's your mother! Not anymore. Rossi, let's get out of here. There's a new bar downtown with live music. Want to grab a drink? Just us? She blinked and then nodded, a small smile breaking through. Yeah, I'd like that. They left without another word, the door clicking shut behind them. Julia and I were left panting, glaring daggers. She was still spitting curses. "Keep your money, you psycho! I'm done!" She stormed out, leaving me alone on the floor, bruised and humiliated. I sat there for hours, nursing my wounds with ice. Rossi was still a stupid stealing my son again. James was stupid too, blind to her schemes. I was right all along. They just couldn't see it. James didn't come home that night. He texted, "Staying with Rossi. We talked. We're giving it another shot." I called, begged, screamed into voicemails, "Come back, son, she's using you!" No reply. Eventually, he showed up to pack his things. "Mom, this is goodbye. Rossi and I are moving to Florida. Fresh start."
"Please, James, I did it for you."
"No, you did it for yourself. Goodbye." The house felt emptier than ever. I joined a book club, tried therapy, but the anger lingered. A friend said I was too controlling. But how could I let go? He was my world. Months later, I heard they remarried. Small beach wedding. A mutual friend sent photos. James happy, Rossi glowing. I deleted them immediately. So now I sit alone, watching TV. I wonder if I was wrong. But deep down, I know I wasn't. Love makes fools of us all, especially mothers. If I could do it over, I'd fight harder. For him. For us.